Hey, what's up everybody? All right, we're going to talk about hammer-ons today. Now, this is going to bring up some other positioning issues, especially for you beginners, on into intermediate. But the best part too is the exercises are all applicable. It's actual hammer-ons. And this is for a user. I wanted to knock this out before I went to bed, but I forgot the username. I apologize. Let's get right into it. Usually, in the beginning, if somebody's having a problem with hammer-ons, it's their hand position. So let's get right into it. If you kind of like just jump up here to the 7th fret and just give like a 7 to 9 hammer-on, what we usually see is that baseball bat grip, right? That's very, very safe. Anytime we had like a baseball bat or handlebars or whatever, we're really gripping it, and we don't want to do that. That puts all of the strength and all of the wear of our muscle on our fingers. We want to take that away. We actually want to put a lot of the strength on this muscle, which is way stronger. So what we're going to do is really want you to use your thumb back here and not grip the neck. Now, if I grip it like that, my hammer-on, as you can hear, is super weak, and that's actually like making me super tired already. If I jump it down here, that volume is a little bit more consistent, and that's because I don't need to rely on all of this squeeze to get it. I'm letting my thumb do all of that squeeze, letting that muscle do all of the push, and my fingers are a little bit more free. So that tends to be the biggest issue. So just like when I'm teaching my little kid classes, I'll joke about like their like younger brother or sister. And if they want to pinch them to get the most pain, they're going to pinch with their thumb and their finger like that, right? So that's just like here, you're basically pinching. You're not going to put your palm there and try to squeeze. It takes way more strength, and you get way less squeeze out of it. So that's how I want you to think about while you're playing the guitar. Let's do an exercise now, because a lot of the times our fingers are not able to operate independently. That is one of the issues, because we are squeezing. So let's get them to operate independently with another exercise that's not even a hammer-on or pull-off exercise. Instead of our chromatic exercise, which is great, what I want to do is do a 1, 4, 2, 3 exercise. Right, that just gets your fingers moving in a different way and completely independent of each other. So if you have a hammer on, your third finger or whatever you're using is able to move independently, to not be held down by your first finger or whatever finger's behind, and it's able to lift up to give you enough strength to push down, really making sure that you're using the tips of your fingers. Again, my kids that are like pinching, they're going to use the tip of their finger to do that. They're not going to use this part of their finger, right? I can already feel too much muscle wear right there, and so really using the tip of your finger, that's going to get you the strength. So now let's move and just kind of do our exercise. First finger to second finger, first finger to third finger, first finger to fourth. That's always a little weak. Back. Now, if you jump up here to the top 2 strings, the thicker the string, the more sound is going to come out from the hammer-on, the more vibration there's going to be. So you can even move up here. Now we're going to move to second and third, second and fourth, and then third and fourth. All right, that is an awesome exercise. It's the actual application, and it's definitely going to help. Lastly, I want to work on a better position, which I want you guys to try this exercise. If you're still having a little bit of trouble, is actually going down the strings like this: 8th fret, 7th fret, 6th fret, 5th fret, this way. That's putting your pinky ahead and going down with your fingers, and then switching to the next set of strings and the next set. And that's going to overcompensate and get an even better position, because you're overcompensating and not just relying on lazily pulling back. And I do it too all the time, like when I have my gigs. You can see I'm pulling back a little bit. I'm putting my fingers here to kind of get a little bit more of a safety. I'm not playing perfectly, but at least compensating and training your way to get up there is definitely going to help. So I do hope that helped. Other cool things is just kind of going up and down the pentatonic on hammer-ons. It's an interesting concept because the last video that I just did, we did an exercise where we didn't move our fingers until they were ready to really force our fingers down. There is no way except for really building that strength and building that dexterity, because you could still get a solid hammer-on without lifting all the way up. So that is also another goal to think about, is not always having to pull all the way up and gaining a little bit more control when that starts getting comfortable. So let me know if that helped. Let me know if there's any other issues, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.